Hello and welcome to another How to Become a TV Presenter podcast with me, Brian Naylor from the TV Training Academy. Today I am talking showreels because they are the single most important tool in a presenter's kit. You just have to have a really good showreel to make opportunities happen for you. You just simply don't get seen if your showreel isn't up to scratch. It's a competitive industry, and if your marketing material that you're putting out there is bad, then you're just making things even harder for yourself. And you hear these stories of people saying, yeah, just make it on your phone or something like that. I think you've got to be careful with that. You always hear the story of somebody who's made it from just a little clip from their phone, but it really is one in a million. And if you're just waiting for that sort of luck, then it could be a very, very long wait indeed. So to optimize your chances, you need a professional-looking showreel. And first of all, you need to understand what the showreel is trying to achieve. The showreel is trying to make you look professional, like you've got relevant experience, and then your on-screen talent and skill and personality can come across in a natural, engaging and effective way. So we're looking to get all of that done in under 2 minutes. These days, showreels, 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes is perfectly acceptable. In fact, it's essential that it's not more than that, because if you've got 1 minute of this clip and then 2 minutes of that clip and then another minute of another clip, they simply won't get seen. I mean, possibly the producer or the director will start sort of scrolling forward if they're really interested, but you've got to make it easy for these people to see your potential and to see your skill and talent at what you can do. So what we produce, what the ideal showreel should look like, is a collage of work. It should look like bits of work that you've done in the industry, either online, it could be websites, it could be corporate work, it could be adverts, it could be TV work. And bearing in mind, there's like 700-800 Sky channels. You don't have to try and make it look like BBC One Show. In fact, you're better off not making it look like the BBC One Show unless you've actually done it, because they'd recognize that you're just playing if you're faking it with something as obvious as This Morning or something when you haven't been on it. So make it look like a proper channel, and it should look like a collage of work that you've done over the last 1.5 years or something like year and a half. It shows experience, it shows your on-screen personality, your talent, how confident you are, and try not to put cheap just phone footage in there or stuff that hasn't been done professionally. It doesn't put you in your best light. Now, one of the big mistakes of showreels is the sound. The sound is so important. 50% of how a video looks is how it sounds. It's so important. It's just, you wouldn't believe it, but many producers and directors I speak to say they're happy to watch a little bit of a grainy footage. If the actual video isn't 4K, it really doesn't matter. If it's not HD, that's okay. Standard definitions, okay, you'll get away with that. But what they won't accept is poor quality, echoey, tinny sounding soundtracks. It just reeks of amateur. So it's dead important to make sure that your sound quality is absolutely top notch. Now, I see showreels out there. Let's get a bit of honesty into this, because I see showreels out there which have been sold by so-called professional companies, professional training providers, and they're simply just not doing what they claim they're doing. So some of the things I've seen other training providers do is do green screen shots where they simply plonk in a starlit background behind, or a really basic picture that's just plonked in. Now, any editor can do that in like seconds. It's the simplest thing in the world to chroma key out some green and bung in a backdrop, but that doesn't look like a professional channel. It's absolutely, clearly an amateur job, and it's just disgraceful, if I'm honest. I see this. Obviously, I'm from the TV Training Academy. We're constantly looking at improving the quality of our showreels because we're aware of just how important they are. And I think that's why we get so many people into the industry, is because of the quality of the training. But those showreels, they're essential. But some of the other companies, one-man bands, they sort of pop up. I see them come and go all the time. And there's other companies out there who are a little bit more established, but still they should know better as well. The claims that these people make, it just outstands me. I just gobsmack sometimes with what they're saying. But the problem is that the showreels look so amateur. And it's obvious that they're made on a training course. The idea is that it looks like a collage of work that you've got experience, not that you're a wannabe and just made a showreel on a training course. And that comes with decent sound. I've heard showreels from the other companies that are echoey and tinny and just awful. The backdrops, they don't... In fact, what I'm doing, I'm filming this today, so this is going to go on YouTube as well. So if you're looking at this on YouTube, I'm going to pop a couple of screenshots of some of our backdrops and some of our videos that we've done, and you can see the detail that we go to try and make that look like an actual news studio, to make it look like an actual shopping telly studio or a program, and you could actually imagine that on Sky Channel 5, 600 or whatever it might be. But look at the other ones. I'm not going to put up a copy. It's not fair on the actual presenter because it's not their fault. I'm going to silhouette and do a reconstruction of some of the actual shots that other companies are selling as professional shows. I'm going to put them next to ours and make your own mind up. You can see. I mean, if you're looking at those pictures on that video now, it's clear which is a professional one. It's clear which is the amateur one that's made on a showreel, made on a course. So it does astound me that people still actually get duped into going on these particular courses with some of these other companies. The claims they make are just outrageous, if I'm honest. If you look at our website, if you look at our training team, we have got BAFTA-winning directors and producers who have been in the industry for 20, 30 years. They're not starting out. They've got tons, years and years of experience at the top of the game, working for the BBC, ITV, Channel 4, Channel 5, all the main companies. Not only have they won BAFTAs, 7 BAFTA nominations, our team also has, I think it's 5 RTS awards amongst the team at TV Training, the trainers and producers there. We got people who've had 16 years working in the BBC, working on Country File as director, producer. We have one of our trainers, Michael. He spent 7 years on Sky News, Al Jazeera, another 2 years there, Russia Today. These are the top news channels, and this is where our trainers come from. Not only that, they've got the training background as well. So at every angle, you can get knowledge of what a producer wants, not just a producer, a BAFTA-winning producer, but also from a presentation side, what works and how to present and make it easier for you. So it's a complete rounded knowledge base that you're calling on at the TV Training Academy. Now, I see claims online for certain companies. They're saying we're the most influential producers in the industry. It's a lie. It's a blatant lie. They're just starting out, actually, to give this particular one that I'm thinking of some credit. They're just starting out with a decent producer job. For the last 10 years, you just go on IMDb and have a look at their credits. They were like an assistant choreographer or an audio producer on Britain's Got Talent back 10 years ago. And it's kind of like they're saying they're the most influential producers in the industry. Worked with Dermot O'Leary, worked with Davina, worked with everybody you've ever heard of. They haven't trained them. That's not true. They have simply been on set in some form or fashion, probably as a runner when they first started out, probably making the tea, and they put in worked with Dermot. It's just nonsense, but it's fooling people, and this is what really gets me. Also, As a producer, their knowledge is credible. You know, if they are a top producer, which they're not, they're starting out, but if that knowledge is credible, you know, that industry knowledge and insight is helpful, but it's one-sided. They're not presenters, they're not performers. They have no idea of the process of how to present, of the performance of a presenter, of the anxieties, of the things that are strange from in front of the camera. They can tell you everything from behind the camera, no doubt. But so can our team. And not only can they do it well, they can do it at BAFTA-winning standard. But also, I think what makes our team so different is that we have people that can not only completely understand what it's like to stand in front of a camera and deliver, and the pressures on a presenter and the anxieties and what helps and what doesn't help, but our team can look at a presenter, not only can identify what that specific problem is or what specific thing isn't working correctly for that individual, but they also know how to put it right. So it's all very well going on a training course and you've got a couple of guys there saying, right, so what you need to do is look into the lens. But it's another thing to be able to go, okay, I know why you're not looking in the lens. I know what's going on your head because I've experienced it before. I've trained other people before, or I've done it myself before. That's the difference with our team. They're specialist trainers from in front and behind the camera. And this is what you get on a 3-day course with us. I see other websites as well saying we're an award-winning company, but if you look at it, it's the award for Bedfordshire Business Startup Award. Well, what's that got to do with presenting and performance? Award-winning company. Again, it's misleading. Our team have won BAFTAs, RTSs. This is industry-relevant professional awards, and that information is passed on to the people who come and work with us. There's another company out there as well, which it has a different sort of approach. They're ex-shopping TV presenters, a couple of guys. It's not their main job. It's similar to the producers. It's not their main job either. Training the presentation and on-screen presentation skills isn't what they do full-time. It's a sideline. They're just making a bit of extra cash. And this other company with the 2 shopping presenters who they're running, I think, bars somewhere and doing property things. But again, if you want to be a TV shopping presenter, a salesperson, then they've got loads of information and knowledge that can help you. But if that's what you want to do, great, go and do that. But if you don't want that, then how can they tell you about factual entertainment? What do they know about light entertainment or news broadcasting? Because they simply haven't done it. They're winging it. They're just using second-hand information and selling it as their own. And it's just lacking depth, it's lacking content, and really it shows in the showreels that they produce and what it is they're putting out there. So really all I'm saying is just be very careful, because it does just grate me a bit when I see people putting up showreels and they are making fundamental errors in the sound quality. I've seen one where on the green screen, they've actually got a shadow behind it. Now, what program have you ever seen where there's a shadow, a sort of a silhouette behind the presenter on the green screen? It's unprofessional, it's amateur. Make sure you're not sending stuff out like that. Just constantly sort of the same shots in the same places we see over and over again. Another thing that these people do is, and this is fraudulent actually, and this is what you've got to be really careful of, is they put up a showreel and they actually rip off the internet somewhere the logo of a TV channel, of a travel channel or a shopping channel or a home craft channel or whatever it is. They rip that logo off and then they put it on to try and make out that shot is actual from that channel. Well, that's fraudulent, and you've got to be so careful about that, because you know your credibility is at rock bottom if they look at that and go, no, it's not. That's not this particular channel. You're just pretending. So you know, just be really careful about putting stuff up online that is copyrighted material like that. Now, we've made loads and loads of showreels. Go to our YouTube channel if you're not on it already, and just look at some of the showreels that we do. Now, I know that there are showreels that we've made, and they're not even showreels. They're what we call demo reels that we made. We used to do one-day courses, and it was like an experience day just to get a taster. And on that, we used to sell the footage and we called it a taster showreel or a taster reel or something like that. It was really just so that you had something to take home to show your friends and family, and I think it cost 35 quid or something. So you can imagine they were all the same scripts, the same backdrops, and we used to just send it as a keepsake, really. It's a bit of a memorabilia of the day for a lot of people, because a lot of these people weren't looking to be TV presenters. They were just having a fun day out. So you can probably find some of those kicking around on the internet somewhere if you look hard enough. But that's not what the professional 3-day TV presenting showreel is all about. It's a million miles away from that. None of our showreels are the same. We vary the backdrops as much as possible, so we'll alter them in some way. We put different graphics on, different backing tracks, and that's the key. You shouldn't look at one of our showreels and know that it comes from TV training, because that's advertising for us. That's for our company, not for you. Well, we're doing this showreel for the performer, for the individual. So why would we brand it? Again, have a look at other people's showreels. They brand it. It's kind of like, their website. As soon as a producer or director sees that, they know that you are starting out and you're a wannabe. So just don't have a showreel with a company, a training provider company, logo or sting at the beginning or end. It's for them. They're doing it for their own marketing and exposure. They're not thinking about you at all. Ours don't have any of our branding on it because it should look like an individual collage of work that puts you in good stead to be a professional. So yeah, have a look at those examples that I've put on YouTube. You can see the quality there. You know you're getting quality, and without a shadow of a doubt, if you do feel you need a bit of training as well, have a look at our team. They are the best qualified, the most experienced. They have an all-rounded in front and behind of the camera experience to give you that full knowledge, absolute full knowledge, to give you the best possible start. Don't just go with producers who don't do this full time. They're just doing it on the side to make a bit of extra cash, or ex-shopping TV presenters who claim to have thousands of hours of live TV experience, all in the same studio doing the same thing over and over again. So they can't tell you anything about reporting. They can't tell you anything about light entertainment, factual entertainment. They can tell you how to sell a toaster, but that's about it. So just be very careful with that. Do your homework, Google people, check it out, and make sure you get the best possible start, and you spend your money well. If you're interested in getting some of this done, if you feel you need a bit of training and you want that super showreel, we do a 3-day course where you'll get all of that. Or if you're quite comfortable with your on-screen talent, you just want a super showreel, you might already have a bit of content that you want to add to that. We do showreel days, so there's a 1-day, put some links below this on YouTube, but check out our showreel starter package and the showreel surgery on our website, tvtrainingacademy.com. Let's get you started in this industry. It's a great industry to be in. It's a lot of fun, and who knows where it might take you. I'll be back with another podcast. I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.